the Those Fantasy Dudes podcast with your hosts, Jonathan, Tyler, and Shane.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Those Fantasy Dudes podcast, season 5. Season 5, everybody. We're here to talk about fantasy football, Brittany Mahomes, NFL news, injury updates. We're here to talk about our keeper leagues, our Dynasty League, our kicker league, and try our hand at survival football once again. You can follow us on Instagram, X, Threads, which I'm pretty sure Threads isn't a thing anymore. That it was did not last long. But first things first, I'm going to introduce my other dudes here. What's going on, Tyler and Jake? Welcome back to the show.
What's up? Did you
What's
know
up?
the background?
So I want you, first of all, if you guys want, we are now on YouTube and eventually Twitch. We have a video version of the show. Tyler went out of his way to make an incredible background. Jake just put a picture of me as a child.
Okay, you as a child drinking beers.
Holding a beer.
Yeah,
That's
drinking
fucking
beers.
badass.
It's a light beer.
That's a Corona Light, brother.
You're
I'll
a
give it
kid.
that.
It's light. It's okay.
That's fine. Kids can have light beers.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a cool parent, you give your kid beer when they're a kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Gets
got to
you ready.
work them up. Otherwise, they're just an alcoholic when they turn 21. or
You also
18.
notice my name.
Yeah, so
Just why didn't you just put Jake?
yeah, no, people aren't
Well,
going to
come
know who
on.
you are. You're not are you a 2005 middle school football team?
That did what?
Elementary school?
What did they
basically?
do?
You
What
want
did
me to
the-
explain
what
what
did
happened?
the what did the 2005 Falmouth Navigators do?
So again, I don't know how you found this on the internet because I tried. As I was like pooping one night, I'm like, how did he actually find out the name of that team? But the 05 Falmouth Navigators are the team that I lost to in Little League football, I guess. We were undefeated, and then we got shut out in the championship game.
So you weren't undefeated.
We were kind of like the 07
You-
Patriots.
I was gonna say you were undefeated
Patriots
in the
were
regular
undefeated.
season.
Yeah.
we were
Undefeated.
like what
Undefeated in the regular
inspired the
season.
07 Patriots, I think. They saw what we
Undefeated.
did.
In the regular season.
Yes.
Little asterisks.
So yeah, that's the name
Well,
of
wait,
Jake's
did you?
fantasy
I
team.
forgot. Did you share the part where you sat in the car and cried all the way home?
I was 12. I was very sad. I remember leaning my head
look,
against the window.
based on
and
this
crying,
picture,
yeah.
you were already drinking beers, so I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for this kid.
I don't know if this was before or after that loss. Like
I'm
if
gonna
I just
say
started
after
picking up
based on
drinking.
that face and the beers, dude. I'm gonna say after for sure.
It's like there's no going back at this point.
yeah,
I
that
felt
was like
defeat.
promptly after. Like you lost and went home, and your mom took this.
Yeah, I don't even know where we are in that. Like it just looks like some cabin somewhere.
Yeah, that sounds like the memories of an alcoholic.
I have no idea where I was.
even know
I'm
where I
like,
am
yeah.
in that
Just drinking
picture,
beers,
man.
having a good time,
It was
man.
like 10 deep. I'm not really entirely sure. But yeah, thanks for bringing that memory back, Jake. I
Yeah,
really-
we'll go ahead and put this picture on socials so you can see it if you want.
We can definitely I'll post a picture of you as a child, and then we'll post a picture of Tyler.
There
I
aren't
like
any
that.
pictures of me as a child.
Oh,
Redacted.
Did you burn
brother,
them all?
don't
I've
test
scrubbed
me.
them all.
Don't test me. I could. Your family would be ecstatic to hear.
Oh,
some
they're out,
pictures.
dude. They're out there. They're probably on my Facebook.
Dude, Gabby
Scroll back
would
far enough.
Gabby would get me the most vile pictures of you possible.
Oh, she doesn't have them. I would
no,
never.
no, but
think I
she'd
would
get
give
them.
her access to that.
No, but
way.
she'd get them. She'd get them.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Absolutely.
Her
You kidding
and
me?
your mom are buds. I think she would immediately get those from me. She also loves bullying you.
Do
This is
your
true.
do your parents also do this thing where like if there's ever a new photo of you posted on like Facebook or something, they'll take that photo and zoom in like 100 times onto your face until it's pixelated to like almost unrecognizable, and then they'll post it and be like, "Oh my beautiful grandson." That's what my grandmother does.
That's amazing. Your grandmother's an angel.
I have relatives
Yes,
that do
she
that,
is.
but instead of zooming in, they like screenshot Facebook and then post
the
it on
whole web
Facebook
page?
as a picture. They're like on their phone or whatever, and they have a picture, and it's like a screenshot of the Photos app
You
with
love
like
that.
the header and the bottom,
Love that.
and then post that uncropped.
love to
That's
see that.
that's
really
incredible.
good.
You gotta
It's really
love
good.
you gotta love that demographic of human beings. Well, let's plug our socials. If you want to follow us, that's going to be at Those Fantasy Dudes on Instagram, at Those Fantasy Dudes on TikTok. I don't know the live follower account. Hopefully I get some time to post some TikToks this year, but follow us on there. Absolutely do that. At Fantasy Dudes Pod on X.
Still weird that that's what it's called, but yep.
I hate it.
I had to think about that for a second.
Did you want to go off the live follower account, or should we just continue?
We can. It hasn't changed.
I think if anything, it's changed for the worse.
That's like
No,
asking,
that's not
do we
true.
want to be
It's
depressed
plateaued.
or not?
It went down last time.
No, it didn't.
It did. I'm pretty sure it went down like 4. Or TikTok. One of them went down, but I can't remember.
Punch in on this man's face. Punch in on this man's face.
Explain yourself. Yeah, you should be fucking.
You need like
ashamed.
you need the hard zoom in, so it's just this.
If I could zoom in more.
We're gonna murder this podcast product just to make this video that 4 people are gonna watch, because so far all of our comedy has been visual.
Yep, 100%.
That's okay, and that's
Except for making fun of
should
John
entice
crying
people
in the
to
car
go
on the
in
way
and,
home.
Go and check it out.
That's the only thing that's been audio.
It's
Talking
fine.
about you crying and being an alcoholic.
Yeah, but that's like every episode. It's just talking about me being a fucking alcoholic.
That's true. That story has come up a couple times.
It has, but
it's John lore at this point. We just know it's common
Canon.
knowledge.
it is. As long as everybody knows, then maybe
there
I'll get a pass.
Is there anything else going on today?
Yeah, actually, so we're going to try to fire through this podcast. As of time of recording, it is Thursday, September 7th at 7:27 p.m., meaning there is football in about 48 minutes.
Immaculate.
That's insane. So we should keep going here.
Today's the first day in a while that I woke up and I didn't have existential dread just flowing through my entire body.
I feel that, dude.
I woke up and I was like, football.
It doesn't even feel real, dude. It doesn't even feel real. This offseason has been a fucking eternity.
Yeah,
like a
it's been
genuine
a long
eternity.
Summer.
But if you want to follow us, you can do so on any of the various podcast platforms. Yikes.
Why? John, we
Spotify,
can't
Apple
cut that out
Podcasts, Google
anymore.
Podcasts, Amazon Music, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Castbox, Reason, Radio Public, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Bullhorn, Castro, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, Podbean, Podcast Guru, Podcast Republic, Podverse, Spotify for podcasters. That's it. That's all of them.
Oh,
you can do that. I know it felt like there was more, but
I was ready for more.
So.
That's nice.
Yeah, I probably could do more, but here we are. Subscribe, follow us on your preferred platform. Do that on YouTube as well. And if we decide to do a actual live stream of the show, go ahead and find us on Twitch as well. All those links are in our Instagram bio. Tell a friend, leave a review. If you want to support the show, that's also in the IG bio. You can give us as little as $1 a month, and that'll pay for Jake to have a better background, hopefully, and Tyler's alcoholism.
Hey, our alcoholism as a
all
group.
of us collect. I know all of us.
I never had any problems.
All of us
with alcohol
as a group. All of us,
right.
No exceptions.
Just like all of us are huge Brittany Mahomes fans. Am I right?
Massive.
No,
massive.
Please.
The biggest.
No.
Well, why don't we get into our very first segment of today and the very first segment of the next 18 podcasts? That's going to be the Brittany Mahomes update.
Brittany Mahomes update. Brittany Mahomes update.
Wow. It's good to hear that.
God damn, the reverb on that.
The reverb at the end is hot.
It's the best part. I worked hard on that. I know how to put an effect on Audition.
I hate to say it, but it's good. Like that's
so
the fucked
good.
up part. Like I hate it.
Good.
I can't tell you how mad it makes
Who
me.
needs Peter? Although
Just
Peter
do your
did
thing. Just do your shit.
Okay. I'm gonna enjoy this one. Tyler, are you looking at the notes or no?
I'm not looking at the notes. I apologize.
Good. Please don't. I'm
Okay.
I'm reading this as if I'm giving a sermon at a church, and that's kind of the vibe I'm going for with this one. So
like the same.
If
as
you walk
always,
into
right?
a church, you light
but
on
more
fire.
inspirational, really, is what I'm going for with this one. So
Okay.
here we go. Take a deep breath, sit back, relax, listen closely, and maybe
I need to
you'll
take a
leads.
lot of deep breaths.
I do too. I'm nervous. Here we go. Let's pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Get ready to become inspired by none other than Brittany Mahomes. Fantasy football can be stressful, but with the power of Brittany, we can come out victorious, just like Patty Jr. Did you get that one? It'll take you a second.
Ew.
No,
You all know you all know we could talk about our favorite mother of two, Brittany Mahomes, all day long. We truly cannot wait to see
You
what she
can
manifests-
talk about
me. We truly cannot wait to see what she manifests into the airwaves over the next 18 weeks. Last year, Brittany accomplished so much, and she's always trying to innovate and inspire a new generation of mothers that want nothing more than to model their lives after hers. I know if Jake was a mother, he would stand by his
No.
man
Uh-uh.
and take every chance he could to get a
Stop
photo
this,
op,
please.
splatter his children all over social media, and most importantly, he would make everything he could about himself. Now,
That's true. I got to give you that one.
I think all of us would, to be honest with you. Now, Brittany had, of course, been up to a whole lot this offseason. She was basically the main character in the hit Netflix series Quarterback. She attended the ESPYs. I'm going to pull up a picture right now so we can all see what she wore. If you're on the video version. She attended the ESPYs in a flattering black two-piece dress. She went to a ton of friends' weddings, which I'm sure she turned into a spectacle about herself. Lastly, let's not forget, Brittany just turned 28, the same age that I am, and she's more accomplished than any of the three of us ever will be in 1,000 lifetimes. So,
1,000 lifetimes. That's not fair.
I feel like in 1,000 lifetimes, I could marry somebody famous.
That makes
I just
$600
feel like
million.
I could.
Yeah,
In
probably.
1,000 lifetimes, I think I could make
Odds are
$600
good.
million.
What's the bare minimum amount of lifetimes you think it would take to become the stardom that she is today?
Like 2.
2. You think you would learn from your
You
mistakes?
just need
in
one good reroll.
Oh,
One
these
good
are
reroll is all you
consecutive,
need.
dude? These are consecutive?
I guess you can live a whole life and
All
then
right.
just start over. Yeah, sure.
But
But like,
but I remember everything, right?
yeah, but like your next lifetime, maybe you're born as like a grasshopper. Like it's not necessarily
Okay,
like
well that's
human.
bullshit.
That definitely I mean,
Does that throw a
Oof.
wrench in your plan?
yeah,
That's
a little bit.
stupid.
Yeah. This is a reincarnation thing. It's not like you're just born as Jake again.
You were talking about being in a church, and now you're preaching like Hindu beliefs.
No. That's true. I did say that. I
Yeah.
did say that. Okay. So as we continue, as the NFL season takes over the next 18 weeks of our lives, let's look to Brittany for inspiration to keep going, to set the perfect lineup, to make those league-winning trades, to push us to heights that we have never reached before. With the power of Brittany, any of us can take that championship home.
Mahomes. The best part about that whole thing, and again, I'm sorry to alienate our audio listeners, was just Jake flickering in and out of the picture of young John drinking beer.
I wish I could flicker in
Shirtless
and out
John,
of life during
hairless
this
John,
segment.
smooth baby John.
Stop.
Smooth baby
Stop
John.
that. Holy fuck, dude.
It's me. I'm talking about myself. I can say whatever I want.
No, you
Jake.
can't.
I
Stop.
don't think you can, dude.
No,
I don't know about that one.
That's fucking crazy. You can't say that.
What the fuck? Well,
This
it's
is
gonna be
our
on Instagram.
first segment ever on video, and this is what we're doing
fucking
with it.
Nightmare.
Here we
I
are.
just
If you
wanna
made
throw
it
that
this
out there.
far,
Oh
I
my
really
God.
appreciate you all. If you want to follow along with Brittany, that's going to be at Brittany Lynn, BrittanyLynne on Instagram. Be one of the 1.4 million. She gained
Season starting up, you know,
another 100,000, baby. She's on her way to 2
quarterback
million.
show on Netflix. I get it.
How long are we into this pod and we have talked about you being an alcoholic as a kid and bucking Brittany Mahomes, dude? I
This show is
can't.
about fantasy football, Jake. And I
Only
swear to
13
God,
minutes
if
in,
you
it's
take
actually
this
not
away
bad.
from us,
13 minutes. We're 13 minutes in.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
all we've talked about is fantasy football.
Fucking bonkers. I just want to talk about.
I'm trying to inspire you. You don't feel inspired?
Please move on to the next segment.
All right. Well, with Brittany Mahomes behind us, let's for the first time on season 5 of the Those Fantasy Dudes podcast, let's talk some NFL news and injury updates.
NFL news and injury updates.
Yeah. So Tyler.
So yeah, right off the
news
top,
to go over here.
yeah, it's been a hell of a week 1, boys, considering no football has been played yet. We've got a lot of notable injuries already. As of the time of this filming, Travis Kelce is officially ruled out this week for
Brutal.
week 1.
Brutal.
Hyperextended his knee, which I think this may be speculation, but kind of also turned into a bone bruise at the same time. The fact
I
that
did read
they
that somewhere.
the fact that they scanned and did tests on his ligaments in his knee is also not a good sign, because they came out and said, yeah, his ACL is fine, which
I mean, that's great.
that's great, but I hate that they were even checking that in the first place. So, but it seems like a pretty high probability of re-injury risk if he did play this week. It is week 1. It is the Chiefs. They're going to be trying to win a Super Bowl like they have been. They might keep him out next week too. So keep posted on that, but they're not going to rush him back at all. Why would you? Speaking of top tier, top flight tight ends, Mark Andrews has been questionable, not practicing for a long time, finally returned to practice. But again, very questionable with a quad. That's been kind of recurring and flaring up. Another very big name in fantasy football. A lot of people went Travis Kelce in the first round and Cooper Kupp in the second round. And Cooper Kupp has been even worse, in even worse shape than Travis Kelce, with a developing hamstring issue. Sean McVay even hinted at possible nerve damage. They're
Yikes.
looking at all different avenues of what is going on with him. He is still day-to-day status, and we have no timetable of any time that he's going to be playing football. We don't know.
This is one of those things where it's like you're so excited to draft and you try to wait and wait and wait. And no matter what, you're drafting. Like I did a draft for my mom today. And like you still didn't know if Travis Kelce was going to play or not. Like you really don't know. So
We didn't know until an hour ago.
I know,
which is crazy.
It sucks. I mean, it's just that's part of football. And yeah, so I mean that blows. But Tyler, what else we got here?
Another big name wide receiver, Terry McLaurin. I think last week or the week before, he got kind of like stubbed his toe in practice. They were calling it maybe turf toe. He's been back upgraded to a full participant in practice. So he's not listed as limited. I think he will play, but he may be on a pitch count. We'll see how that develops, but he's looking better.
I think he actually got hurt in the game. I remember the preseason game.
Did he get hurt in the preseason game? I think you're right, actually.
Yeah, Sam Howell was slinging it, dude.
That's right. Yeah, they weren't holding back.
Yeah.
Washington team's looking pretty nice this year.
They really
See how
are.
they do.
Sam Howell could be a sleeper, like on well, at least on like a streamer, I guess.
Oh, genuinely, I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
We've got a Hollywood Brown limited with a hamstring. Brees Hall has been limited.
Hollywood Brown's
back.
going to put a real ding in the Cardinals offense. They were looking real nice coming into the year.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown.
Their whole team is James Conner. I really do think that James
the whole
Conner,
entire team
like,
is James Conner.
He's
I took him a
in the
couple
fifth or
places.
sixth, right?
I really don't feel that way, though. I think that you're going to end up having a guy who is getting a bunch of terrible work and not getting to the goal line, when really that's been the core of his value in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I guess if they can't get to the goal line, then what good is James Conner?
I mean, that's how I view it. I'm not saying that he's not going to be a usable back. I think just on usage alone, you're going to look at a low end RB2, but I don't want him. I'd rather stay away from him because I think you're going to get those weeks that are just going to kill you.
Oh, for sure. And it's tough if you had him as like your true RB2 on your team, like. Go figure.
Isn't
I might in the league of record.
One in the league.
Yeah, you may be a little stressed out because I think realistically his ceiling is probably like 15 points. It's not James Conner from last year. Like, yeah, he's got 2 touchdowns and 10 receptions, and it's not going to be like that because the offense is not going to function the same way. It's just not.
He's got a solid floor, though. I think that you're getting him at kind of a value. Like you're getting James Conner with some genuine upside just because he's the entire offense.
Yeah.
And that means the rest of your team, you probably have either a really good quarterback or 3 like very solid wide receivers that you got in the first couple of rounds. So if he's even a low end RB2, like you might still be okay.
That's fair. In the context of your draft, taking James Conner in the whatever he's going at 6th, 7th round. Yeah. The rest of your team's probably okay. So
I think he's going around Miles Sanders, which I mean, both are going to be volume. I mean, at the end of the day, probably boom or bust. Like they're going to be good or bad. Like
100%.
There's no in between.
100% matchup plays. Like week 1, he's playing.
I mean, I take
Commanders.
Miles Sanders over him every single time.
Oh, really? It's good to hear that, Jake.
Yeah, it's James Conner. I just trashed James Conner.
You love James Conner.
Oh no,
I've never loved James Conner. The last time I loved James Conner was when I got him after I drafted Lev Bell 101.
Oh, you got him the same year?
Yeah, that was the only reason I won the 4 games I did.
Wasn't he the one that took over for Lev Bell? I think he did.
Yeah.
You must have taken him.
Did.
Which is crazy because you could have gotten, like, he was just on our waivers. Nobody had him. You could have gotten Todd Gurley and him.
That's
That's
crazy.
gross.
Yeah.
That is gross.
He had a great season. I think he was like an RB1.
If only you could just predict the future. I mean, that would be nice.
I'd be
You know?
so good at gambling. I'd gamble all
I
the
think a lot of
time.
people would. I don't make gambling would probably be fucking outlawed.
If you
Well,
know the
not if it
problem,
was
if
just
you know
me.
the outcome, then yeah, everybody's good.
Any other
Um,
notable injuries that we should definitely touch on? here?
So yeah, Hollywood Brown again. That's not great. Zach Ertz, if you care about the Carolina offense too, talking about James Conner, again limited.
I don't but
really know when he's coming back. This is worth touching on. These are not the biggest name players, but these receiving rooms have been hit really hard. Speaking of Miles Sanders, Carolina, Adam Thielen with an ankle, limited, hasn't been practicing. DJ Chark, hamstring, has been really flaky at practice. Terrace Marshall Jr., back injury. All three of them are questionable and may not play on Sunday. We don't know.
It's Mingo season, baby.
Jake, didn't you try to trade me like the entire Carolina receiving room for like my good wide receivers or something like that?
I don't
You
think it
did.
was for your good
You were
wide
trying. You've been
receivers.
trying to pawn
Pull
that
up the
entire receiving
trade,
room.
then. No, I've
I
got
don't have
him.
time for that.
I've got him. Well, because it's like my wide receiver 6. I only need them to collectively be like my wide receiver 6.
I guess you might as well just drop them to waivers at this point.
I might drop Chenault. Honestly,
you
Chenault
probably
doesn't do
should.
anything this week. When is he gonna?
Yeah.
And if someone picks him up, it's going to be a team that just has extra roster space because the rest of their team is garbage.
I was just
not
chasing
garbage.
Mingo. I wanted Mingo.
Yeah, I hope he's good, but he could very well just be bad.
Mac
One of
has
those
him,
guys.
so there was no chance I'm getting him. Him and Richardson, dude. I want Richardson from Frank so bad.
Oh,
Richardson
Anthony,
has been spending his off days in the facility, like watching game film and preparing for games.
so he's doing
The
his
dude's gonna be
job.
amazing.
On
Yeah,
his off day, though.
on his off
I
day.
think that's kind
Oh.
of cool.
Yeah.
That's
I
one
think
of
that's-
those feel-good reporter stories that comes out this time.
Like,
of
I
year.
just
Like,
think-
look how
I think-
hard this rookie is working. He's going to be so talented.
First one in the
Well,
door, last
everyone-
one out. Blah blah.
Everyone
blah.
is saying, like, talking about his athleticism, but I mean, that's a guy you want leading your team.
Yeah, I don't want to discredit it, but also, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So Carolina is banged up. So is Green Bay. Christian Watson, undisclosed injury,
I think
questionable.
the hamstring. I think it's hamstring for
So
Watson.
Dobbs has a hamstring.
Mm.
Both are questionable. I can't even name another wide receiver on that team right now.
Ooh, wait.
Dubes. I'm like Dubes and Dobbs. No, it's just Dubes. There's no other.
Dobbs,
No, I
Christian
can't, dude.
Watson, and who? I
Because
wrote this out. and I'm
MBS
like,
is gone.
there's no Randall Cobb that's 45 on that team anymore. Is he-
Yeah.
30,
is-
he's 32. Give him a break. His kid is really adorable on Hard Knocks.
there you go.
Um,
But that's
dude.
it.
Dude, I just looked up their depth chart. Not a chance. It's not a chance. I don't know any of these names.
really. Hold on.
Yeah. Donatavian Wicks,
I'm
Malik
sorry?
Heath, Samori Torre. Oh, actually, cool fun
Oh.
fact.
These people
Scored
made the
today.
team.
A guy we went to college with is on the Green Bay Packers now.
That's pretty
What?
cool.
Like
yeah,
when he was there
yeah,
when we went there?
Andre Miller. Yeah. Well, you actually might have been graduated.
Well, that's cool.
No, you were there because he played at Husson for a year, and then he went to UMaine, and he like dominated at UMaine.
Well, I mean,
pretty
that's
sick.
great because
That's cool.
like the amount of people from Maine that end up making it to the NFL, I'm pretty sure it's
I've met
either
all
the
two of them.
lowest or one of the low. I know you have. It's either one of the lowest or literally the lowest amount of people from any state is Maine.
Yeah.
There's
So,
just not a lot of
100%.
football program. I mean, dude, I'm pretty confident that Matt Mulligan was telling me that he literally didn't play football until he got to Husson.
I mean, that's even more
That's
impressive.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he
Some
played
people are just
basketball
born
and
with
was
that.
just like an animal athletically.
Yeah.
Unreal.
All right. Tyler,
Joe
what-
Burrow is ready to go as well.
Okay.
And I actually just saw this just popped up as we're recording. Kenneth Walker, questionable.
Oh boy.
How
I
do
don't
you
have
guys
time to
feel
look into
about
this, but
the depth chart? I mean, it doesn't really affect any of us because none of us have shares in Kenneth Walker or the Seattle backfield.
I mean, I
but-
grabbed DJ Dallas and I think the league of record or
I grabbed him in Dynasty. I don't see him being relevant outside of a handcuff. Genuinely,
Where
I
did
he's
really
only the-
don't. I
Isn't
don't
he
think
only
he's
the
going to be
two
productive enough.
because McIntosh is also hurt. Like, I don't
Maybe we don't know. Pete Carroll's weird. I could see that going either way. He could be the true number 2, or he could just be there because he's there. I don't know.
The amount of times that Logan tried to pawn off that backfield on me this offseason, because it seems so grimy. Like, I just don't want to be a part of that
It's
situation.
super grimy. I think Ken Walker's super talented, but that's why he offered me ETN for Walker straight up, and I'm like, you can have him.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. Be my guest.
Right.
Yeah, I have DJ Dallas in the league at record, and I'm hoping he pops off. That'd be cool.
I think DJ Dallas is cool. He's
Are you
been pretty
starting
good
him?
every time he's seen the field.
No.
That's pretty deep,
Wow.
though. I mean, that's a 10 man, 12 man,
Yeah,
The
it's
league
a
of
deep
record,
cut.
12 man.
12 man. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't do no
Maybe.
10-man league, man.
I'm just
Nah.
checking, man. I don't know. One notable news story, just because we're all, well, two of us are Patriots fans.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick seems to have split up with his longtime girlfriend, Linda Holiday. It's been a messy breakup over the past year, reportedly. The two have been together since 2007, and Patriots executives are, quote, on edge with a potential PR nightmare that'll come out of this because they're worried she's going to like post stuff online, which don't ask me what that might be, but
Bro, we about to see Bill Belichick's
they're worried
hog.
about that.
Did he touch
Like,
some
I don't
people
I
he
don't
shouldn't
know.
have touched?
The
Like,
way that the
John,
article was
why is
phrased,
that where your
I was
head
like,
goes?
yikes.
that's what Tyler made it sound like he did something illegal. I don't know.
Well, that's what the article made it like insinuated.
Okay.
Everybody's on edge about like, ooh, this isn't gonna look good. I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know what that entails though. I really
Wow,
don't.
can you imagine if some like Joe Pa type shit came out?
oh my God. I swear to God, if he was at some spa in Jupiter, Florida, bro, like,
Oh, that's
I
fine.
feel like I was gonna say I feel like that's the least.
That's
of
the
that,
fu- that's
that
the Patriot
organization's
way,
concern.
that's
Like,
what we're all
Robert
about.
Kraft's
baby.
like, dude, I got you. Like I've been through it. Like,
oh my god.
That's
Um,
terrifying.
yeah. I
But
wouldn't
yeah,
be
so
concerned about
watch
that
out
one.
for Bill Belichick revenge tour this year.
Yeah,
You
he's
make
not
that
held
sound
back
like he's
anymore.
gonna fight
Honestly,
his ex-wife.
dude, we honestly thrive
He
off
might,
that
dude.
shit.
Let's go.
We thrive off of that adversity when people like make lies, fabricate lies about the Patriots, which we've never cheated. Nope.
Oh my God, shut
And
the
Robert
fuck
Kraft
up. You're
has
not
never-
the underdog. You haven't been
Yo,
the
are you
underdog.
shitting
since-
me?
Always.
You haven't
baby.
been the
By far the
underdog since
underdog.
since the turn of the century.
We're the
Patriots
underdog
versus
now.
the
Literally, you
world,
haven't been the
baby.
fucking underdog since the turn of the century. The last time you guys were underdogs, we were not even in school.
Well, we're the underdog now. That's all that matters, Jake.
Anyway,
We're
fantasy
in the
football.
present. We're not in the past. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What else you got for us, Tyler? Is that it?
That's it. That's what I got.
All right. Let's move on to week 1 matchup.
Talking matchups.
Yeah, we're gonna kick it off with the Dynasty League here, but this is basically the segment we're gonna talk about our matchups. Next week we'll be like, oh, this is how our matchups went in this league, blah blah blah. But since this is week 1, games haven't happened yet. About 30 minutes until the first game, but we're gonna start off with the Dynasty League, and because you guys are playing each other, I'll go get my matchup out of the way. I'm playing our good pal Dane. We love to hate on Dane on this podcast, but
Yes, we do.
if you've listened to the show any amount of time, you should know my team's pretty good. These guys might not agree with you. However, I'm pretty happy with my lineup. You know, we got Hurts, we got Bijan, we got Najee, we got the stack with AJ Brown. I think I'm going to put Debo in there as my second wide receiver. We're going to skip over the tight end position. We have
Not
Yeah.
guilty.
Yeah.
Not guilty Mixon.
Not guilty.
Miles Sanders. Hopefully he's not terrible. And Graham Gano. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident with this lineup. I'm just looking at matchups now. I haven't really thought about that yet, but Najee Harris has kind of a tough matchup against San Francisco.
Kind of a tough matchup.
I guess, yeah, I mean, it's like
That's
the
like the
best.
John,
toughest
that,
matchup
in the
that
league.
might literally be the toughest matchup that exists.
Okay.
It's
he has to go
it's
against
a tough week.
Nick
You know,
Bosa.
nothing he can't get through.
Yeah, it's a tough week. It's just the
Highest
hardest
paid player
defense in the
on
league.
defense in the NFL. You know,
All
whatever.
right. Well, is
Just
he at
absolute
home?
nightmare liability.
Is he at home? He's at home. They're in Pittsburgh.
They are home.
Oh, they're in Pittsburgh? Well,
But-
why didn't you say that?
It's gonna be.
Oh, they've never
fine.
lost a game in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, that's going to be fine.
This would be the first one. This would be the first game they lost.
You
So-
should start him over everyone else.
Would you
Yes.
start someone on my bench over Najee?
Pull
Like,
Bijan Robinson and get Patterson in there.
Yeah, I like that. James Robinson.
James Robinson's on bye. Wait,
Well,
hold
you
on.
know that he's not going to get negative points. There's
that
a
like-
negligible chance.
That's
that
not a
Najee
bye
Harris
week.
is
That's like
negative.
bye.
Yeah,
James
That's the
Robinson.
NFL saying,
Bye.
"See ya."
You're not on a team anymore. See you later.
My entire bench is just literal handcuffs. It's crazy.
Handcuffs
all-
and like horrible speculative wide receivers. And
Hayden
George
Hurst.
Pickens.
man. I'm happy with my Brandon Cooks trade. I'll say that. And Sean Tucker got him on waivers after the rookie draft. He's the RB2 on the Bucks. I mean, come on.
Oh.
He's one injury away from starting. Cool.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we're playing Dane this week. I think his team is very middle ground in our league. He's got to hope some things go right. He's got Dak, DeAndre Swift. We just talked about James Conner, but he's playing Washington. They have a pretty good defensive line, so we'll see how that goes.
Very good. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some okay wide receivers. I mean, granted, I did try to trade for some of these guys in the offseason, like DJ Moore,
Smith,
Tyler Lockett. Like it's a solid team.
You could have had Lockett and Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, but again, I can't tell the future, sadly. I would be, oh my God, imagine, bro. Imagine that.
Imagine all that, and you'd still have Najee Harris as your running back.
Yeah. My
Sorry.
team would be
Honestly,
so good.
Your team would be so ass right now if it weren't for the fact that like Ben was just like, yeah, you could have BJ Robinson.
I don't think he said it like that, but I gave him two
That's
first
how I.
plus
That's
plus.
Okay, let's do us all a favor. Oh, actually, you can't. I was going to say click on Bijan and see his history so you can see the trade, but
you can.
you can't see the trade
Not
because
on
it's
here.
the pick. You traded
What?
the pick.
Oh yeah. Okay, but I can tell
Right.
you what the
That's
trade. I
not
know
gonna
exactly
show
what
up.
it was. I know
Yeah.
exactly what it was. So I gave him 2 firsts. I think I gave him my 2020. I gave him a 2024, 2026, something like that. 2 firsts.
Okay.
I gave him Mike Williams, Samaje Perine,
Oh my God.
and I think it was like maybe another second round pick
That
just
is
for the 101.
just
Yeah.
absolute dog
That's
shit.
bonkers.
We knew it was going to be Bijan Robinson too. It's not like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, no,
It was
he
him.
it's
traded
also
me
not
Bijan
like-
The
Robinson.
whole way it was him.
It's not like he wasn't ready to compete anyway.
He hadn't
Like, I
been
don't- that's what I
drafted
don't
to the
get.
Falcons yet, though. I mean, we didn't know where
It
his landing
doesn't
spot was.
matter,
Give
I
me
man.
his
know.
shit.
You're throwing away your
Is there a
future for
worse
2
spot
first round
than the
picks and a
Falcons?
Mike Williams.
Like, is there a worse landing spot that he goes to than the Falcons? Is there really one that changes anything?
I mean, yeah, I think there's some places where it could have been like not an
Feasible
immediate
ones.
fantasy
I mean,
impact.
obviously,
yeah.
if he gets drafted to the 49ers, you're like, what the hell? But like,
Right. I mean, I predicted he would go to the Falcons, and that's where he went at the
yeah,
108.
you and everyone
So-
else, brother. Let's
Fuck
not make
that,
it out
no.
like you were an analyst.
Not a chance.
He
I
was a little early on that. I was like, I don't know, we'll see. And then
Yeah.
it
I was
worked out.
convinced.
That's okay.
Anyway,
Let him have that. It's all right.
please, like, come
Because
on.
he's not
dude.
going to win much this season.
You're a
So just
nightmare.
let him have.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever. All right. You
I think
done-
I
you
win this.
done-
I think I win this matchup, though. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I have Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. I mean, do I have to say anything else?
Matchup.
He's got kind of a nice team, dude. I think Dallas Goedert could blow up. Whoa. He's playing Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, and DeAndre Swift.
And I have AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. So
It's
we're
literally
basically
just how are
We're
the
gonna
Eagles going to do this
watch.
weekend?
We're gonna watch live your entire matchup, pretty much.
yeah, essentially, yeah. But yeah, I mean,
I can't wait for you to be all upset when Devonta Smith gets a touchdown and AJ Brown has nothing.
I don't think that's gonna happen, man. I mean,
It might happen.
you know how Bill goes
That's
after one
well
guy.
within the realm of possibility.
Yeah,
But
Bill
Bill
goes after
can't
one
stop
guy.
AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. He's got to pick one, and it's.
I don't
gonna
know if
be
that's
AJ
true.
Brown. We'll see.
Yeah, brother, he's picking AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. Devontae Smith is gonna run up and down there.
Well, let's move on to your matchup, boys. Week 1. I don't know how this
Bro,
worked
I'm
out, but
gonna beat the hell out of Tyler.
You wish, brother.
I'm gonna beat the hell out of Tyler.
you just said that.
What?
What?
Yeah,
What?
reiterating.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
you want to
beat him up
elaborate,
good.
or you're just gonna keep saying, I'm gonna beat the hell out of Tyler?
Well, I'm gearing up, John. Why don't you worry about your own shitty matchup? Yeah, I feel pretty good about this one. I got Christian McCaffrey against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a tough defense, but it's Christian McCaffrey. I think Barkley is going to murder Dallas. Dallas is great against the pass, but not so much against the run. And then Jefferson and Cousins stack. Love that. I started Waller over Kittle because Kittle's injured right now, and I didn't love that. I didn't really want to risk it. I feel like Kittle out of the guys to risk. I'm not really interested in that. And then I think Keenan Allen's going to be great. He's always great until he gets injured. And oh man, I've been waiting for this for almost 2 years. Calvin Ridley, baby. Oh my God, I cannot wait for Calvin Ridley to go out there and put up 30 first week. Oh my God,
For the love of God, that's not happening. Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
it's happening.
That's
This man
just
is
not...
too high on Calvin Ridley, dude.
It's
I'm
happening
sorry.
against Indianapolis. It's happening.
Okay, I mean, I don't know how they're secondary is, but I mean, it's his first game
It's
back
terrible.
in like 3 years after having a horrible gambling addiction, and he did a lot of
He
drugs.
didn't have
So
a
like,
horrible
I
gambling
don't
addiction, and
think.
he didn't do drugs.
Okay, well, he did gamble, which is illegal in the NFL.
You're an anus. He's gonna get double-digit targets. His floor is 20 points. I'm telling you.
That's fucking ass. 20
His
points. What the
floor?
fuck? So he gets what, 8 reception a game and 100 yards? Like, eat your own ass.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
telling
any
you.
other good weapons or targets on the Jags. And Doug Peterson, he likes to just spoon feed a single wide receiver in his offenses.
I'm telling you. Calvin Ridley, baby.
Based
Brother,
on what?
Calvin Ridley's just going to soak up coverage.
Based
That's
on the
all
fact
he's
he's
going
got
to do.
that dog in him.
Okay. This is why we're not real analysts.
Studies show.
Studies show Calvin Ridley's got that fucking dog in him. I don't know if anybody watched his like comeback video, but that made me want to run through a wall. So I can only imagine how he feels.
What does that say? Sorry. What
Wide
does that say
receiver
next to his face?
908.
No. To the right of that.
He may get off to a
slow start.
Oh, he's a great
Oh,
route runner, so of course he's going
no.
to start slow, and then he's going to cut real hard and get upfield.
This doesn't sound like 30 points in the first game. Well,
like you can't show all your cards immediately. Of course, you want to say he's going to start slow.
yeah, so maybe like week 7 or 8
You want to come out there. You want to come out there.
like
Yeah,
15 points a
he's
game.
going to start slow. He's going to start slow, and then they're going to give him 30 points.
What are you thinking, Tyler? You think you got this one in the bag, or
I think this one, the deal is sealed, my friend.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, but it is. It is. It straight up is. I have Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews, the stack, against the Houston Texans. First of all,
His quad's injured though.
don't worry about that.
Okay.
Don't look at that.
All right.
He just had a limited practice.
He
Yeah.
did have a limited practice. If he sits,
Also, typically,
I have Gerald Everett in the wings. And with their new offensive coordinator, there are a lot of Dalton Schultz comps.
Tyler, you have 6
So I'm loving
quarterbacks
that.
on your team,
Wait,
what?
what?
or 6 tight ends
I've-
on your team.
Holy
Goddamn,
shit! No
and
wonder
Mark
there's not on
Andrews.
waivers. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's
Tyler?
crazy.
Don't worry about it,
Well,
bro.
it's because he's one of the few guys who has like backup tight ends. Like he
Yeah.
rosters Parham and Isaiah Likely, which
Hell
God,
yeah, brother.
Isaiah Likely, man.
Isaiah Likely,
is
I'm all
sick.
about rostering. I gotta say,
Yeah.
I told
Especially
Tyler about him.
for this scenario specifically too. 'Cause if
Yeah.
Mark Andrews, so Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews stack, love it. Josh Jacobs, my guy, against Denver. Denver's a solid defense. They have a lot of talent in their secondary though, so I think that's going to open it up for some Josh Jacobs action. I don't think I need to elaborate more on that. Travis Etienne, again, Calvin Ridley's going to soak up all the coverage in the entire world.
Call him his
It's
real
gonna
name.
be
It's Mr. Peanut.
Mr. Peanut. These pictures are so unflattering, man.
It's-
It's so bad.
This picture is way better than last year. The headband is doing him so much justice.
It's fixing him up. Fixing my man up.
It's night and day.
No, Etienne's efficiency is just through the roof. I think he's one of the most talented running backs in the NFL. So I'm super excited to see him have a real season this year, not starting on a pitch count. He's just an animal, absolute animal. I hope he gets more targets too. This next one I was thinking. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say I wasn't lying in the Dynasty chat that Tank Bigsby's agent was at the Buffalo Wild Wings that I was at.
That's hilarious.
And my buddy was wearing a Paul Pusley jersey, like the former linebacker from the Jags. And he came
That's
up
a
to him.
deep
and
cut.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm Tank's agent and a couple of the Dolphins too. He's gonna be electric. He's gonna be leading this team."
He's
Well,
his
he has no
agent. His
incentive to
job is to
lie.
sell him.
Okay, that's true, and I said that right away. But I don't know. Tank Bigsby, you're telling me that's not a starting NFL running back's name? Travis Etienne, Mr. Peanut. Come on,
I'm not playing into this.
you
not
need to
playing
trade for
into
him
Tank
now,
Big-
Tyler.
We're not doing this.
You need to trade for him right now.
Not while I'm talking about my team.
Okay, just saying.
We can speculate later. This is my controversial start. I'm rolling out Mike Evans week 1. Baker Mayfield at Minnesota.
Ooh.
Minnesota has had a pretty shaky defense. Mike Evans has a lot to prove this year. He has been back and forth about contract extensions, maybe getting traded. I think he wants to come out week 1 and put on a fucking show. So I think he's going to just full force. We're going to see the old Mike Evans week 1. I could totally eat those words, but I love that start.
The old Mike Evans, didn't he put up like 50 points in like
Yeah,
one
Tyler,
of the
are
last
you doing this
weeks in the last
because
season?
you lost the championship because you benched him? Like you feel like you're obligated to start him because of that poor choice?
Well, I just don't understand the phrasing of the old Mike Evans. Week 17, the last game he played, he put up 48 points. So we're
But
just
it's
you're
just
saying
classic
we're gonna
Mike
see
Evans.
regular Mike Evans.
We're gonna just see
normal-
Mike Evans, bro.
Normal Mike
just
Evans.
prime Mike Evans, which is just him all the time.
I'll call it right now. Mike Evans is getting 9 targets for 4 receptions, 50 yards, and no touchdown.
9 points. That's pretty good, honestly.
I'll take 9 points all day,
Yeah, it's really
especially
not that
when
bad.
Justin Jefferson will get 8. So
Yeah,
DK Metcalf,
You
is,
hope and pray, brother. 8 points, you're smoking crack.
You think he's gonna get less than 8 points? That's like a reasonable floor. I think
Justin
that's at the very
Jefferson?
least he gets 8
Justin
points.
Jefferson. You're saying Justin
Yeah.
Jefferson is getting
Yes.
8 points.
Oh,
Yes, I am.
oh.
I'll fire a
Okay.
water bet on this right now. Justin Jefferson over Mike Evans, a million and one times over.
Could you imagine?
I'll let you throw a brick at my head.
Okay. Okay, done.
You're doing it? You're doing
Yeah,
a water bet?
lock it in. Mike Evans
Fantasy Dudes
outplaying-
water bet.
not even close.
All right, you got it, Tyler. You got it. Jefferson
Add that one
and
to the
Mike
notes,
Evans.
man. Add
They're
that one
playing
to the
against
notes.
each other too. That's going to be amazing.
That's gonna be a hot game. When is that one
Amazing.
too? Is that a
Sunday at
1 o'clock
1,
game?
baby. We'll
Oh,
be watching
man.
that at the
We're gonna be
tailgate.
watching that at the tailgate. We got to
Yes,
do it
sir.
at the tailgate.
Oh my god.
It's going soaked.
Someone's got to bring a football, a frisbee. I want to be tackling the fuck out. I want
And
to
a
tackle you
bucket of
guys
water.
into people's grills while we tailgate.
Oh my
I want to be
yeah.
absolutely shit faced and get kicked out of that parking lot before the game starts.
That sounds perfect.
Cool.
We haven't even reached the peak of my team yet either. So DK Metcalf,
We don't
who-
have to go over every player.
I know, but
That's
this-
true.
This man is the most athletic man in the NFL, maybe.
Well,
He looks like
Top
he is.
5. Top 5. He just is. Aaron Jones, CeeDee Lamb, and my flex. I'm super happy about.
you just put him in
CeeDee
your
Lamb
flex 'cause you
is
put him in your
bona
flex.
fide
It's not like he needs to
First
be in
wide
your
receiver
flex.
overall.
He's
They're-
pretty
dude,
good.
They're in my flex.
Yeah, I understand that, but you said it like you're putting them in your flex for like a reason. Like they
Yeah.
they got to
Yeah,
earn
bro.
it or something. Like
Yeah.
you have Mike Evans. Mike Evans is the flex guy.
Mike Evans is my guy.
Mike
That's
Evans
my
probably
man.
should
God,
be in
you're
the flex at the
ridiculous.
end of the day.
Is
but-
that why you're putting him in the wide receiver spot? Because you feel like it'll pump him up. You'll be like, look, you're my guy.
100%. My man is
Okay.
starting.
if you really want to pump him up? Oh, you did. You put him in the number 1 slot.
Yeah, I
would've
did,
thought?
baby. You know it. Put
Okay.
him right up there with JJ because
He's
you
trying
won't
to
be able to tell the
manifest.
difference week 2. They'll be the same player.
We'll see about that. Yeah, you guys got a good matchup. I think it's
excited.
definitely more exciting to look at than me and Dane, just because
Oh
he
my
has like
God.
Amari Cooper. It's just like makes me
Troy and
wanna
Mac?
puke, but
It's like 85 to 87 projected. That's
That
going
is
to
a race to the
gross.
bottom, dude.
Jerome
Wow.
I
Ford.
tried everything to get Josh Allen off of Mac.
Good Lord. We don't have to hold on this, but wow. That
Wow.
I just looked up the matchup above us, and it's like a 50-point difference on each team.
there's no way in hell he's gonna ever give you Josh Allen. Just like honestly, Jake, the fact that you even tried, fuck you. Fuck you for even
He actually
trying
wasn't
to do
far
that.
off. I mean, I sent him a trade, and he was like, we'll see how the rest of the season goes.
Okay, well that's good to know. That means I'm gonna go after him. At least I have a good asset to give him.
John, I quite literally think he would rather shoot Josh Allen than give him to you.
Wow, that would be literal murder. So he'd rather go to jail
Very
than
nice.
trade me Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Probably.
Interesting.
That
Wow.
sounds like our league. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
honestly, yeah, it's not that far off from the truth. But let's move on to the League of Record, the Keeper League. Let's see, what's the juicier matchup? We have 3 different matchups here, so I guess I can get mine out of the way. I'm playing other Tyler this week with none other than my man, Aaron Rodgers, helming my team. Ramondre
Do you
Stevenson.
have another quarterback, or is it just Aaron Rodgers?
I'm pretty sure I only have Aaron Rodgers.
What the fuck is wrong with you, John?
I
It's
really
like
wrong
you
with
waited
that?
on
want to
QB.
lose.
I
What's
waited
wrong
on
with that?
QB.
No
This
shot.
QB's on the waiver.
He's
no
gonna be a
way I
QB1.
start Aaron Rodgers.
He
No,
will be a
he's
QB1.
not. No, he will not.
Yes, he will be. He
No,
will be
he will
top
not.
12 QB.
I mean-
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. At the end
Water
of the year,
bet it.
top 12.
Water bet it. He won't be top 12. There's no way.
Okay.
Those
I
promise.
Fantasy Dudes
So okay, so
water
wait,
bet.
Aaron Rodgers top 12 on the season?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
top 12. And by
0%.
12, I mean like he will be like number 12. I think he
That's fine. I think you'll be like number 20.
Okay,
I do
no,
not
no.
think you'll
Are
be
you-
top 12.
Tyler, there's only
I'm
30
it's
30
fantasy
QBs.
football. It's fantasy football. I'm telling you, dude. The
I think
top
he
10
throws-
is locked and loaded, and there's no room for Aaron Rodgers 2 spots after that.
I think he'll throw 35 touchdowns at least.
Honestly,
Smoking
my
crack,
my
dude.
most recent waiver wire move in this league was just to spite John right here. I just dropped DJ Dallas and got Kirk Cousins.
There you
Now
go.
he's got to
Kirk
start
Cousins
Brock
will
Purdy,
finish better
Russell
than Aaron
Wilson.
Rodgers.
Wow,
He's
I
gonna
actually
start-
almost would rather have Kirk Cousins starting on my team this week.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Well, I went and looked because I was like, who's on the waivers for QBs? I was
Don't
like,
I have Garrett? I have Garrett
John
Wilson.
can't
That's why
have
I got
that.
him. I got
Oh,
Garrett
okay.
Wilson.
Okay, this stack. Okay.
Yeah, it's a reasonably good stack. It means whenever
one
Aaron
touchdown every 3 weeks, that'll be pretty good.
Oh, are you shitting me, Tyler?
Come on,
You
more
are-
water bets on him. Bet on the
Jesus
Jets.
Christ. Anyways, whatever. I don't want to talk
John,
about the
John
Jets.
believes
Okay,
in the
keep
Jets
going,
this
keep
year
going.
more than he wants to admit. Because
Yeah,
I tried to
I
make
hate
a
it.
bet with him for 8 wins, and he was like, "No, I'll only take 10.5."
Wait,
What?
I'm sorry. That doesn't even make sense.
That's crazy.
You mean backwards? You said I said 8 wins, and you were like, no, 10.
No,
No, you
I-
thought the
vice
Jets
versa.
would win more than 8 games.
Oh yeah, I think they will.
yeah,
Probably
that's what I said. I said I would take the line at 8, and you said no, 10.5. Let's do
Oh
one
yeah,
take.
no, yeah.
That's
no,
the Vegas line, John.
what is 10.5 or 8?
10.5.
Wow. Well, yeah, my team's pretty good. I'm a little worried about Ramondre, but I'm kind of like, if one of them gets hurt, I have Zeke. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I'm a little bit worried, but we picked our keepers like 3 weeks before the season started. So I'm kind of just at odds there. Whatever. I'll deal with it. I got Miles Sanders. Amon-Ra's playing tonight. He's going to get that first touchdown. Tyler,
500 buckaroos.
God,
I endorse sports betting.
if you get this, I would like you to just buy me a beer. That's all I ask. Just buy me a
if
beer.
Tyler
I'll,
gets
I'll
it,
split it with you, John. I
Beers
don't
are
give a
on,
shit.
if Tyler
Okay.
gets this, beers are on him for Sunday.
Oh,
all of them.
100%. 100%.
Fair enough. I'm okay with my tight end, Pat Freiermuth. I got Garrett Wilson, Dicker the kicker. Yeah, this is the part of the season where like my team's good. I have some I love my wide receivers: Wilson, Lamb, Amon-Ra. Great. And I'm gonna have to make some trades here, to upgrade my RB room, and I'm gonna go right after Jeff. So
You're an absolute motherfucker because I have been trying to negotiate with you. I've been so reasonable.
I don't want to help you. Why would I give you one of
You're
my
a
top 3
nightmare
wide
sometimes.
receivers? Oh, and I
You're
also
a
have Amari Cooper on my
nightmare.
bench.
You're
Yeah.
a nightmare.
Oh, Amari Cooper. I like Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
I
like
do
that
like
too.
Amari
That's
Cooper
nice.
this season.
if I could bench
I liked
like
him last year, too.
Miles
He was
Sanders
good.
and start Amari Cooper, I probably would as well, but can't do
The only
that.
reason I got rid of him in Dynasty is because somebody gave me CeeDee Lamb for him.
Yeah,
Hmm.
fucking
That's
Dane.
Interesting.
The only reason. Yeah.
Fucking Dane, dude. All right,
Let's
let's move on to somebody else.
Moving on. Yeah.
But I am playing other challengers. Got Josh Allen, Nick Chubb, Antonio Gibson, Keenan Allen, Brandon Cooks. I'm high on Brandon Cooks, but I do think that I should be able to win this matchup just based on my wide receivers alone. I think they'll carry me through most of the season.
Brandon
So
Cooks is doo-doo. Can we make a water bet on Brandon Cooks?
I feel like we already have at this point.
We do actually. Yeah, Brandon Cooks. That Brandon Cooks is
We
going to
do,
be
he
higher than
says.
wide receiver 20.
I said wide receiver 20. Yeah, I'll stand by
Yeah,
that.
you
Wide
said-
receiver 20?
He probably won't be wide receiver 20. He'll probably be like top 35.
Oh my God. If you're
Yeah,
lucky,
no,
he'll
no,
be
no,
top
no.
35.
John, that's me and Tyler have the line of 20. You said he'd be a top 20 wide receiver.
Yeah, I believed that 2 months ago. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Tyler,
you're getting
why don't
water in
you
your face on that
take
one.
on your matchup here against Chandler?
I'm very lukewarm on my League of Record team. I had Hollywood Brown and who's my other keeper? I already forgot.
Christian Watson.
Christian Watson. I'm very lukewarm on those. But I think they could pay off in the long run. We will
That's what
see.
he
They're-
looks like. Wow.
He grew his hair out a little weird.
Looks a little different.
I think I got some good value, and I made a trade before the season started. So I have the Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown stack like John does in Dynasty, which I'm pretty happy about. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to have that one. Not gonna lie.
I have hopefully new and improved Jamal Williams in David Montgomery, who is going to play tonight. That'll be interesting. I picked up Deion Jackson off waivers, who is starting for me this weekend.
I don't know what Peter's thinking. We literally went in the chat and I was like, hey, Peter, both your keepers are literally not playing for the first like 4 weeks. What are you doing?
I've sent 5 trade offers to Pete involving Deion Jackson and Kareem Hunt before I cut
the
him.
part I don't fucking
nothing.
like is that
Nothing.
Peter literally doesn't. If Peter just told me
He
to go fuck
won.
myself about trades, like, yeah, I get it. He won. I've won too. But if he just told me to go fuck myself, at least I would respect that he's responding. He
Just
he
give me
literally-
something.
He won't
Any
look at them.
indication.
Like he
Any
will not
indication.
look at them, but he looks at the chat. Oh my god, it bugs the shit out of me.
Call him and then he'll be like, yeah, let me talk to my agent. And he calls his friend and his friend tells him what to do. That's what he does.
God damn.
Okay, fair enough.
People
So
were
yeah, running back room for me very shaky. I think my bench is decent, but Yeah, there you go. James Conner, Damian Harris, my other two guys. So
I mean, there's not a lot of running backs in the NFL. I wouldn't be too upset with
Rolling
James
them out.
Conner not starting for me.
yeah, I just feel like that bench is warranted with that Washington defense. I just really don't like it. I don't know what Week 1 Cardinals look like. I really don't.
Why'd you draft Michael Thomas?
I believe in Michael Thomas. I genuinely do.
I believe
I
Michael
think-
Thomas is at home hitting himself in the leg with a hammer.
I think he wants to come.
Hey, that was my quote.
I know.
I
that's
looked at
joke.
the rest of my team and I saw how my first 4 rounds went, and I was like, fuck it. I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot on Michael Thomas. If that elevates me, then by all means.
It won't, but that's a nice try.
We'll see.
he'll
But
have
I
a
got
good first
AJ
week.
Brown, Drake London. I think is awesome. I think Drake London's going to break out this year. And I think he'll just, I don't know. I think he'll just be a target hog on the Falcons. I really do.
I just hope there's more than 8 targets a game for the entire receiving core. I mean, that's all I can say.
There's got to be. That's got
fucking
to
better
change.
be.
Yeah, I hope so.
Even if half of them go to Bijan, I mean, that's fine for me, but at least they're throwing the ball,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Anyway, what about you, Jakelers? Let's check out your matchup against the one and only Jeff.
Oh, I'm gonna beat the piss and shit out of Jeff. Dude,
Oh
I
my.
mean, the problem is I gotta hope negatively about Lamar Jackson because I'm playing him in 2 leagues this week, which
Yeah.
sucks because I think they're gonna be amazing this year, especially against Houston. It's gonna be tough to.
Oh, they're gonna get fucking annihilated. CJ Stroud is
Yeah.
gonna hate the NFL after week 1.
The only possibility is that Lamar Jackson goes out there and he puts up a good enough game early enough, and other people rush in touchdowns and they sit him for Huntley.
You think they're going to sit him?
I don't-
That's
I
your
don't
only
know.
hope?
I don't know.
That's your only hope is he throws 4 touchdowns and they sit him.
I don't
No,
even
it's
think,
other
even if
people
they're up
rush in
35-0 at
They will
halftime, I don't
not
think
sit
they're gonna
Lamar.
sit Lamar
I'm
Jackson.
sorry, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
know. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's hopefully it's not a shootout, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, you have an
I don't have a
insane.
lot of hope on that one.
Your first 4 players here: Burrow, Eckler, Mixon, Jefferson. I mean, that's
gross.
I'm also huge on Ayuk for what it's worth. I think Ayuk is the wide receiver 1 on that team this season.
Would you
I
start
feel
him
really
over
good about him.
Debo this week against Pittsburgh?
Yeah, 100%.
Hmm.
Without question, Ayuk over Debo.
Well-
I've been drafting as such. I don't want Debo in any way, shape, or form.
Not at his ADP, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely
Ayuk
not
is
his
an
ADP.
insane value this year. I think.
Yeah,
you can get him
let
as
me
your wide
see.
receiver 3 in almost any situation.
Where did I get Ayuk in this draft? I got Ayuk at the 407. I feel great about that.
Yeah, I mean, he was an 8th round pick last year, which is
That's
kinda
a
crazy.
that's a little high for me. I don't know about 407.
Nah, I feel good about it. I
But
mean,
I
who
think
else
he'd
is
be
there
good.
that you're grabbing that like you feel much better about?
You were also
I'd
right in
have
the
to
middle
look. I don't know.
Yeah.
of the draft, so you kind of had to reach on some guys. But
Right. That's the other part. Yeah. I just wanted Ayuk. I was really confident that his projections were lower than what he's truly going to score this season. Because I think Brock Purdy's great. They made him the starter. He beat out a couple other guys. And I feel really good about
they
him.
traded Trey Lance. Like
Yeah, they got
he did
rid
more than
of
beat
Trey
out
Lance.
those other guys.
That's what I'm
which is
saying.
wild.
Like the amount of capital they gave away for Trey Lance, and then Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, beats him out. I love that storyline so much.
It's unreal.
And so I think he's going to supply Brandon Ayuk all day. I'm really happy with him. Christian Kirk, another guy. This guy value City. I mean, he's being overshadowed by Calvin Ridley, but I think both those guys are going to eat this season.
Yeah, he
7th
I
round.
can't remember. He went. Let's see. He was a 7th round pick last year as well. Interesting. His value didn't change, but he's an equal value just due to Calvin Ridley.
Which is crazy as a wide receiver 1. His value doesn't change over the season. Unbelievable. So he was a no-brainer for me in the 7. Absolutely. Especially considering I went real light on the draft, but we're not talking about the draft. So I'm going to beat the shit out of Jeff because really, I mean, outside of Jackson, like I don't feel too strongly about Rashad White given the offense changes. If Tom Brady was still there, I'd love it. Terry McLaurin, I'm kind of like, are they going to need to throw
Terry
that
this
much?
year.
I like Scary
do.
Terry, but he's coming off an injury. And they're playing Arizona. Are they really going to need to try that hard against Arizona?
Probably not, but
and
he's
Mike
going to get some
Williams.
work.
Mike Williams, I'm lukewarm on, as you guys know. And Breece Hall, good Lord. Why are you starting Breece Hall?
Against Buffalo in his flex on Monday night, yeah.
Yeah.
gross.
I mean, they've said straight up he's going to start limited and they're going to run. I mean, they got Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's healthy. Why wouldn't they at the very least run Dalvin Cook into the ground for the first couple weeks and let him get injured and then put Breece Hall in? And they also
Could be a
they have
manager.
other competent backs in there too. Like Zonovan Knight did great when he got the opportunity, and Michael Carter looked good too. So they have zero reason to put Breece Hall in for anything other than like a get back up to speed. This is what NFL speed's like, and get him out. So I think 8 points is like a pretty generous projection for him. And Evan Ingram, I love Evan Ingram, but I think I got this one on lock.
Yeah. No, I think your team's really good. If Eckler and Mixon, if those two guys just put out, I mean, I think you're going to be pretty solid.
I think they will.
Like Rashad Bijan in his first career start, and then Rashad White in really his first career start. I mean,
we didn't talk about it too much when you were up, but I really do think that Bijan Robinson is going to be worked in.
I mean, yeah, I think he could be worked in, but I think even week one, his floor is at least 13 to 15 points. Like, I mean,
I worked in. I don't know about that, man. ETN got worked in last year, and his floor was like 8 or 9.
No, it's gonna be more than that. I mean, I'll water bet right now. Bijan gets at least 12 week one.
You want 12?
I'll take 12 week one. He'll get at least 12 points.
You take the under. I don't want that one because 12 is like the line I would take.
That is really close. Yeah,
that's tight.
I'll do 13.
Tell you what, I was gonna say 13. I'll do 13.
I'll take 13. 13 points.
I'll do it. Lock it in.
All right, John. Okay, you got it.
Both of you guys. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
13. That's 3. Is that 4 water bets in the first episode?
That's a lot. We'll take them. We regretted not doing more last year.
We're gonna have a lot of water in our face.
Maybe too much.
It's gonna be great. Jake, and by the way, we are doing the Brock Purdy bet while I'm visiting. So, you will be getting a 5-gallon bucket
before the
water.
game. Can we do that like tomorrow night?
Yeah, of course. I would love to do that after I get off the plane. Just knowing that I'm flying up and I get to dump a 5-gallon bucket of water on your head for being a fucking idiot.
It's the best feeling in the world, man.
Yeah. That's what you get.
Yeah, oh man, I really still stand by the rationale for that one too, unfortunately.
As you probably should have. I saw the future somehow in that one scenario. And there's not a lot of those scenarios, but that one happened to pan out.
Yeah. That one, I don't know. I really do. Like the draft capital is crazy when you really look at what he got. But anyway,
it doesn't make any sense as from a business perspective. It's like, what the fuck? Except also it does because they paid him nothing and he's really good and it worked out. So anyway,
all right, we got a new league to talk about, don't we?
So
we got 3 minutes to kick off.
We can. So Jake, what I'm thinking is we'll talk about it next week. We do have a kicker league, everybody, and we have no idea how it's going to go. We're starting a movement here. And I'm still waiting on a drop for it. So what we're going to do is we'll talk about how it goes in week 2. And just know that we're out there rooting for kickers on any given week.
Always.
Okay. But since the game is about to start, we're going to go ahead and do survival football.
Oh, my God. I forgot. How did I forget?
I think we always forget.
All right, I'm ready to lock mine in.
What the fuck? That was so fast.
Wow, I haven't even looked yet.
I'm ready.
Can we?
Eagles.
God damn it! I just want to have fun, man.
Awful, Jake. Why are you such an asshole?
You're a piece
Why
of
do you
shit.
want to root against us?
Can add more fun to the day.
Wow. I mean, I got to go last because I'm the Grim Reaper. But Tyler, I guess go ahead and pick yours.
Shit. I mean, because I want to win, man. Give me the Ravens over Houston. I know it seems like a chalk pick, but
that is
the
chalk
Ravens.
Pick, but that's right, buddy. You and me, Ravens fans this season.
Even though Jake sucks and picked the Eagles,
I'm gonna keep with the trend. We're all going bird teams. Here we go. I'm gonna take the Seahawks against the LA Rams.
Wait,
damn.
Is that new? Hold on.
That drop was immaculate.
That drop was sick.
Do you not listen to the show? Because that's been on the last.
That's been on for a while.
I didn't really listen in the last season. The Grim Reaper. We just did it, and then I was like, hey.
Yeah, I made that like on a whim last year at one point.
Damn,
but
that's sick.
Yeah. And in case you're a new listener, John likes to pick chalk picks and then have them not be chalk picks.
Yeah,
like
basically
all the time, the entirety of last year and the year before.
Yep.
It was really good.
So
Seahawks at the Rams. Oh boy.
Yeah, dude. No, it's at
no.
Seattle.
It's 12th man, dude.
Yeah,
they're in Seattle.
And dude, you're fucked.
Probably. I mean, I'm the Grim Reaper, so and I always get. Well, actually, last year it was a tie, and I was like, what? Okay.
We're about to miss kickoff, fellas.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, that's going to do it. So, Tyler, you're going with the Ravens, Jake with the Eagles, and me with the Seahawks, going all bird teams going into week 1. But if you made it this far, we're literally just hit an hour. Thank you so much. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, subscribe, hit that notification button. That way, if you want to watch us live on here, you can absolutely do that eventually when we go live. And you can watch us in video format as well. At Those Fantasy Dudes, Instagram, TikTok, go to our bio. All our links are there. And make sure to subscribe on any of those podcast platforms. Leave a review. Good luck in your week 1 matchups. Go Pats. Hopefully we're alive after this weekend, but I can't fucking wait. So
Go Birds.
Tom Brady celebration.
Let's
It's gonna be
go. Tom
sick.
Brady weekend, baby.
Yeah,
Here we
that's
go.
right.
All right. Take care, everybody. Kind of forgot about the outro there. Here we go.
To Those Fantasy Dudes podcast. Make sure to tune in next week and follow us at Those Fantasy Dudes on Instagram.